Especially when it's a 4-minute drive. We do that a lot in camp, and then we also will practice it throughout the week. But that actually turned into a 9-minute drive, 9 minutes and 1 second. So, I'm just really proud of our guys, really proud of, especially the offense line, the aces, and then, Journey and Devin really punching it through. They all did a great job today. I'm just super proud, that we could finish it on our terms, take some pressure off of the defense.
What specifically worked on that job? You mentioned the offensive line, but why were you guys able to sustain it that long?
Just, the grit that this team has, this offense has. We're going to do whatever it takes to win the game. Today, it kind of came down to us having a nice long drive. I was just talking about you. I was talking nice, too.
This is why we have nice things.
This is why. Journey Brown is, the best. He's, so cool. He's also cute. But anyways, I have no idea what I was just saying. That's it.
The long drive, the grit.
Yeah,
of the
the grit of the team, and it's just the chemistry that we have. I mean, you see it we're just fooling around, but at the same time, I know I have Journey's back. He's got mine. That goes for the offensive line, everybody. So. We said at the beginning of that drive, let's finish it on hard terms. Let's win this game the offensive way. And, we did that today, so I'm happy with our guys.
Was it important to come out and play hungry in this game after last week?
Yeah. We're definitely a lot. I mean, we've always been a hungry team, but, last week was a very, very emotional loss for us, to a good Minnesota team. But, I took that pretty personally, and I came in last week early and just made sure that we were getting back on track, and I think we did a pretty good job of that today. Obviously there's a lot of corrections to be made, but overall I'm just happy that we won. We're back on track, and we got that team in Columbus next week.
Sean, what's going through your head on that third down pass to Fryermuth where the ball ends up on the ground? I mean, how much is that going into your head where I have to pick this up, I can't just fall on it and get to the situation?
Yeah, no, that definitely was not a planned play, I'll tell you that. Whenever the ball goes on the ground, whether it be like a snap or a bobble ball by me, some quarterbacks might lie, but that is one of the most scariest moments that you'll have as a player. You just gotta keep your composure, and the ball went on the ground. I still knew what I was doing to do with it, but I was just like, all right, we gotta get it back.
Did it even enter your head I need to fall on this just so we don't lose it?
No, because it was right in front of me, so I wasn't gonna cut the play, especially on a third down. Yeah.
What was the discussion on the sideline right before you guys went for it on fourth down, before the goal? What was kind of the thought process there?
Just what play we wanted.
Yeah, well, also, was there any doubt about whether or not you guys wanted to go for it?
No, we knew we were going to score. So.
What does that say about your mindset in that situation?
Like we said, when we drive the ball 18 plays, if we don't end with a touchdown, I think that our guys are going to be pretty angry at the coaching staff that they didn't let us, go and finish the drive. Especially how our offensive line was playing. They were asking for the ball and they were asking to go for it. And when your offensive line, as a quarterback, when your offensive line is asking to go for it on 4th and 1, you know what you need to do. So, yeah, I was super happy with those guys today.
Was there any read on that play, Sean, or were you keeping all the way?
There's a read. I'd just like to keep it confidential.
What was your mind? How does your mindset change when someone like KJ leaves the game, one of the most dynamic playmakers not only in the Big Ten but the country, and how does that change the way you play the game?
No one will talk better about KJ than I will. I love KJ to death. One of my best friends, but we always say next man mentality. Obviously KJ is such a dynamic player; it's hard to lose him in the game. But Matt Kiphammer stepped up, made some good plays, and controlled what he could control. Mac's a great player too, and he's also my roommate. So I'm just super happy that he had a good day today.
You and Peyton Ramsey, both from Cincinnati, played against each other in high school.
Yeah.
You had some good things to say about you earlier this week. After the game, you all embraced. What were you all kind of saying to each other, and what was it like going up against them?
Yeah, it's always just cool when you see guys that you played with or went to camps with, because it's just cool to see them succeeding. Peyton played a great game today. Threw for a lot of yards. Was really composed, and I just told him, I'm just super proud to be from the same, city, and represent the same area, on this college level now. Peyton said the same thing, and I'm just happy with what he's doing with Indiana's program too, because he's a great leader. I knew that in high school. I learned a lot from him. Growing, like when I was a freshman, he was starting as a sophomore, which I eventually did the next year. But I was watching his tape. He's one of those guys that everybody knew in the area. So Peyton's a great player. He's doing great things for Indiana, and I think that they got a good program going.
Your schools played last night, didn't you?
They did.
Who won?
Elder.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like going back to your home state to play? Have you thought about it at all, or am I asking too soon?
No, it was talked about 30 minutes ago.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm very excited for, I guess you call it a type of homecoming. I'm pretty jacked already. So.
But Cincinnati's not really an Ohio State area.
Ohio, yeah, Cincinnati. Ohio's Ohio, so I'm from Ohio.
All right.
And that's why I'm pretty excited about it.
Sean, what's it like for you to line up a wide receiver in that package there with Will at quarterback?
Yeah, I didn't do much today, at least, because the plays were designed for me at wide receiver. But it's cool to line up at a different position, and it's awesome that Will gets in the game and just pounds it in on that third down. That was sweet. Really happy for him. Contributed big time in this game. So. It's a new package that people need to worry about. So
there's discussion on discussion shots today. Is it okay for you to maybe set out a couple of plays by playing wide receiver, or do you want to be in there for every snap?
Like I've always said, I'll do whatever it takes to win. So if I need to play every single snap at left tackle, I will do that. But whatever package we need me in, I will do. So
the discussion on the sideline before the fourth down play. Did you lobby for yourself at all?
You could probably guess what I was trying to do.
Tell us about it a little bit.
I've always been a guy who wants the ball in my hands, I wasn't directly trying to call the play, but at the same time, we were moving the ball. I either wanted it in Journey Brown's hands because he was moving, or my hands, and they elected to give it to me. So I was not going to be denied that end zone.
You guys converted 2 fourth downs on that drive. What does that say about the confidence now in this offense that you're able to do that?
Yeah, we're really confident on offense. I think that what a lot of people don't realize is that last week people were like, now they're falling off, or they're going to lose confidence. They have to gain confidence back. For me, I just watched the tape, and I was pretty pissed off about what I was doing, but at the same time, there was every single throw that I missed or read that I made wrong. I just looked back and I was like, yeah, I definitely could have done that better. So, if anything, in that type of to a great Minnesota team, I had more confidence coming into this week because of how much preparation we had and how much I knew, what I could have gotten back and everything. So there was no lack of confidence this week, and I told the guys that. They responded really well this week, and obviously ended up with a win.
Why are you guys good at closing out games now, though? Because that was an issue in the past here. With 4-minute offenses, you guys ran a 9-minute offense today. So what's been the difference?
We emphasize it a lot in practice. We like I said it earlier, in camp we do a lot of 4-minute situations. And we talk about ending it on our terms, end it on our terms. Finish the game on offensive on a knee. This is preferable. Obviously we got the chance to punch it in today, but no, definitely ending it on our terms is definitely something we talk about. We were talking about it on the sideline, and that's kind of when I knew that we were going to have such a great drive, is when we were talking about ending it on our terms, and there was still 10 minutes left in the game. So. To go down and have a 9-minute drive, that's a testimony to our offensive line, running backs, tight ends, all the guys up front blocking, and then running backs. So.
I'm guessing you were asked about this, but how did you, from your perspective, when the ball hitting the ground, the snap, and bouncing right back, can you just take me through that play? And then when you tossed it to front of me?
It definitely did not mean for the ball to be on the ground. That's for sure. But just the exchange, that's on me. I had to have a better exchange. So the ball went on the ground, just picked it up. I meant to pull it, so I knew where I was going with the ball. It was just the fact of, all right, I need to pick it up. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm talking through it, but in my mind, in the heat of the moment, I'm not thinking about anything other than get ball, throw to the guy that I'm supposed to.
Was he the first option on that play,
Yeah.
or was that just out of kind of desperation?
No, that was where I was going with the ball. Yeah.
Can you explain the psychology among a team when you succeed on the ground as opposed to succeeding through the air in a last drive like that? What's it do for the team?
Being physical is definitely something. It's always been a part of football, and when you can end the game with 18 plays, and especially we had
16 runs.
One or two passes. That's pretty impressive. And I just go back to the offensive line. It all falls back on them. They wanted the ball, ran, and we did that.
What was it like not having KJ out there for such a long time, because you're so used to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's next man mentality. Mac did a great job today, and all the receivers that came in and played his position did a great job. But yeah, I mean, I'll never say this. I don't want KJ out there. I want KJ by my side every play if I can. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery.
What did you think when you saw him in the hallway out here? What did you? I don't know if you saw the whole
thanks
thing,
for joining
but
us.
he had like a bullhorn and stuff. Did you see him? He had a bullhorn. I mean, he was yelling at people on a bullhorn before.
I'm sure he's fine. That's why that's why I said thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for coming today.
Sean,
I was messing with him though.
Can you describe what position, being in the position now to go play for the Big Ten East Championship next week at Ohio State, what that means to you and this team?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about being in this position, for a long time, and I'd be lying if I didn't say it's a little bit personal going back to, whenever you go back to where you're from, and play the team from where you're from, that's always going to be a little bit extra juice, I guess you could say. So I'm very excited to be in the position that we are. I can promise that this will be the best week of preparation that we will have, and we will not be denied that, and we will be extremely, extremely prepared for next week. Thank you.
Thank you.